There is an enemy that lives inside you. It whispers doubt when you should be confident. It fuels anger when you should be calm. It clings to fear when you should take action. This enemy has many names: weakness, hesitation, self-destruction. But in truth, it is nothing more than your undisciplined mind. And if you do not conquer it, it will conquer you. The world will try to distract you. People will pull you into their chaos. But if you can master yourself, no force will be able to shake you. The great Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." That is our task, to become the master, to forge ourselves into something unbreakable. Today, we will uncover the 10 lessons that will transform you into your best self. Each one is a weapon against weakness. Each one is a path to discipline, strength, and freedom. But be warned, this path is not for the faint-hearted. This is for those who are willing to walk through fire to become something greater. So, are you ready to step into the storm and come out stronger? Lesson 1. Control what you can, let go of the rest. There is no greater source of suffering than trying to control what is beyond our reach. We rage at circumstances, curse fate, and drown in frustration when things do not go our way. But the truth is simple. Most things in life are not ours to control. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught, some things are up to us and some things are not. Your thoughts, your actions, your discipline, these belong to you. But the weather, the opinions of others, the twists of fate, these do not. The moment you grasp this truth, you become untouchable. No insult will shake you, no failure will break you, no misfortune will consume you. Think of the ocean. A storm may rage, but deep beneath the surface, the waters remain calm. This is how we must live, unshaken, detached from chaos. The weak waste their energy trying to control the uncontrollable. The strong focus only on what is within their grasp. Your power lies in your response, not in the events themselves. So the next time you feel frustration creeping in, ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, let it go. Not with anger, not with resistance, but with acceptance. Because freedom is not found in domination, it is found in detachment. Lesson 2. Master your emotions, or they will master you. Emotions are powerful. They can drive us to greatness, or they can destroy us from within. The difference between those who rule their lives and those who are ruled by them is simple: control. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic minds, warned us, "Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power." The weak are slaves to their emotions. They lash out in anger, break under pressure, and let fear dictate their choices. But the strong, they master themselves. Imagine standing in the middle of a storm. The winds scream, the rain pounds, but you remain unmoved. This is how a true Stoic meets life's challenges. Not with panic, not with rage, but with calm, calculated action. Does this mean we feel nothing? No. It means we choose. We choose to act, not react. We choose to step back, observe, and respond with reason instead of impulse. Because emotions are nothing more than visitors in the mind. They come, they go. And if you let them pass without clinging to them, they lose their power over you. Next time anger rises within you, pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, is this emotion useful? Will it make me stronger? If not, release it. Because the man who cannot control himself is controlled by everything around him. Lesson 3. Turn pain into power. Pain is inevitable. Loss, betrayal, failure, these things will come, whether we want them to or not. But here is where the strong and the weak part ways. The weak run from pain. The strong use it to forge themselves into something greater. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, wrote, "What stands in the way becomes the way." This is the essence of Stoicism. Pain is not a roadblock. It is the road itself. Every hardship is an opportunity to grow. Every wound is a lesson in resilience. Think of a blade. To become sharp, it must be beaten, heated, and shaped under immense pressure. You are no different. Your struggles are not there to break you. They are there to transform you, but only if you let them. The next time suffering enters your life, do not curse it. Do not ask, "Why me?" Instead ask, "What can this teach me? How can this make me stronger?" Because the truth is, comfort breeds weakness, pain breeds strength. And the greatest version of yourself will only emerge when you embrace the fire instead of running from it. Lesson 4. Seek discomfort, destroy weakness. Comfort is a slow poison. It lulls you into softness, weakens your will, and blinds you to your true potential. The more you indulge in ease, the weaker you become. Strength is built in discomfort. Musonius Rufus, a lesser-known but powerful Stoic, taught, if you wish to control your desires, begin by controlling your habits. The modern world tempts us with endless distractions, comfort food, mindless entertainment, instant gratification. But these things do not make us stronger. They make us slaves. And a slave to comfort will never achieve greatness. The remedy? Seek discomfort. Train your body, train your mind. Wake up earlier than you want to. Push yourself harder than you think you can. Learn to be at peace in the face of struggle. When you voluntarily embrace hardship, life's difficulties no longer feel like an attack. Instead, they become routine. The warrior does not wait for the battle to begin his training. He sharpens his skills daily, so that when the war comes, he is ready. You are no different. If you want to be unbreakable, you must first break the chains of comfort. So, ask yourself, where am I weak? Where have I allowed comfort to control me? Then, destroy that weakness, one disciplined action at a time. Lesson 5. Silence is strength. Control your tongue. Words are weapons. They can build empires or destroy reputations. But the greatest power lies not in speaking, but in knowing when to stay silent. The Stoic philosopher Zeno once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we speak." Yet, most people do the opposite. They speak out of impulse, react without thought, and expose their weaknesses through careless words. But the wise, the strong, they master the art of silence. Imagine a man who speaks little, but when he does, every word carries weight. He does not waste breath on gossip or meaningless chatter. He does not complain, boast, or seek validation. He observes, he listens, and when he speaks, people listen. This is the mark of discipline. Silence is not weakness, it is power. It forces others to reveal themselves while keeping you in control. It protects you from saying things in anger that you will regret. It allows you to analyze, to understand, to strike only when necessary. The next time you feel the urge to speak impulsively, pause. Ask yourself, do my words serve a purpose? Or am I speaking just to fill the silence? Because the strongest minds are not the loudest, they are the most controlled. Lesson 6. You are not owed anything. Earn everything. The world owes you nothing. No one is coming to save you. No one is obligated to give you success, respect, or happiness. Everything you want must be earned. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. The weak wait for the world to hand them what they desire. They complain about unfairness, about circumstances, about what they deserve. But the truth is harsh. You deserve nothing except what you work for. Look at history. The greatest minds, the strongest warriors, the most legendary leaders, none of them waited for permission to succeed. They built their strength in silence. They worked relentlessly. They forged themselves into something undeniable. Entitlement is poison. It weakens the mind and shackles the soul. The moment you believe you are owed something, you become a beggar instead of a master. But when you accept that everything is within your control, your effort, your discipline, your mindset, you become unstoppable. Ask yourself, am I waiting for life to hand me success? Or am I taking full responsibility for my destiny? If the answer is anything but complete ownership, then you are still asleep. Wake up, take action, earn everything. Lesson 7. Memento mori. Remember, you will die. Death is the great equalizer. No matter how powerful, wealthy, or wise we become, we are all marching toward the same inevitable end. But instead of fearing this truth, we must use it as fuel. The Stoics had a practice called memento mori. Remember, you must die. This was not a morbid obsession, but a call to action. Seneca put it clearly, you act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. We waste time. We chase meaningless distractions. We live as if we are eternal until reality wakes us up. When you accept your mortality, your priorities shift. Trivial worries disappear. Fear fades. You stop hesitating, stop waiting for the right time, because you understand the right time is now. Look around you. How many people are waiting to start living? They say, someday I'll take that risk. Someday I'll chase my dreams. Someday I'll become the person I'm meant to be. But someday never comes. So ask yourself, if I knew I would die tomorrow, would I be proud of how I live today? If the answer is no, change now, because time is running out, and the only thing worse than death is dying with regret. Lesson 8. Detach from the opinions of others. Most people live as prisoners, not of chains, but of other people's opinions. They crave approval, fear judgment, and shape their lives to fit the expectations of the crowd. But the truth is harsh. Seeking validation makes you weak. Epictetus warned us, if you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Why? Because true strength comes from within. The moment you let the opinions of others dictate your actions, you give them control over your life. Look at history's greatest minds: Socrates, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca. They were all criticized, doubted, even hated. But they did not bend. They did not live for the approval of the ignorant. They lived by principle, by virtue, by truth. If you wish to be strong, you must do the same. Detach. Stand firm in your convictions. Be willing to be misunderstood, mocked, or rejected. Because the weak follow the crowd, but the strong walk their own path. So ask yourself, am I living for myself, or am I living for the approval of others? If the answer is the latter, then you are still a slave. Break free. Choose yourself, because the only opinion that truly matters is the one you hold of yourself. Lesson 9. Discipline over motivation. Routine over mood. Motivation is a fleeting illusion. It comes and goes like the wind, unreliable and weak. The strong do not rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. Why am I still complaining if I'm going to do what I was born for?" He understood what most fail to grasp. Feelings do not matter, only actions do. The weak wait until they feel like it. They wait for inspiration, for the perfect moment. But the truth is brutal. If you wait to feel ready, you will wait forever. Discipline is the foundation of strength. It means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't want to. It means building habits that are stronger than moods. A true Stoic does not ask, do I feel like doing this? He asks, is this necessary? And then he does it, without hesitation. So ask yourself, am I driven by discipline, or am I a slave to my emotions? If you rely on motivation, you are weak. If you rely on discipline, you are unstoppable. Lesson 10. Control what you can, let go of the rest. Most suffering is self-inflicted, not by what happens to us, but by our refusal to accept what we cannot change. We waste energy worrying about the uncontrollable, stressing over the inevitable, and fighting battles that are not ours to fight. This is weakness. Epictetus gave us the key to inner peace. Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control, and some things are not. The weak resist reality. They rage against misfortune, blame others, and demand that the world be different. But the strong, they focus only on what they control. You do not control the past. You do not control other people. You do not control the chaos of life. But you do control your actions, your mindset, your discipline. And that is enough. The moment you accept this truth, you become untouchable. No insult can shake you. No failure can break you. No misfortune can destroy you, because you do not waste a single second resisting what simply is. Ask yourself, am I fighting battles I cannot win? Am I wasting energy on things beyond my control? If so, stop. Redirect your focus. Master yourself, and let the rest go. This world is not kind to the weak. It does not reward those who complain, hesitate, or break under pressure. It belongs to those who are disciplined, unshaken, and in complete control of themselves. We have explored 10 lessons that can transform you into your best self. Mastering emotions, embracing pain, seeking discomfort, controlling your words, abandoning entitlement, accepting mortality, detaching from opinions, choosing discipline over motivation, and focusing only on what you control. These are not just ideas. They are a way of life, a way of strength. But knowledge is nothing without action. You now stand at a crossroads. Continue as you were, or transform into something greater. The choice is yours alone. No one will do it for you. No one will save you. You must save yourself. So start today. Master yourself, and you will master life. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.